right, everyone, we are out on this beautiful day on another clean out, and this is gonna be a big one. So let's see what we got going on. It's not often you bring a dump trailer and a skid steer to a clean out, but that's what happens when you don't clean a pond for probably 20 plus years. So this is what we got. We'll use these totes to fill up all of our muck and tote it over to the trailer. But this is the pond. A lot of work in the next couple days on this guy. It's almost to the point where it needs to be rebuilt, but it's not in the cards today. It's got two skimmers on it, one over here, one over there. Both of the seals are blown out on it. It's got two biofalls up the top, right behind that bush. Both of its seals are blown out. There is an immense amount of sludge and cattails and lilies in here. That floor you see is about 1.5 feet thick down there. So lots and lots of debris and cleaning. We can blame that guy. It's probably the majority of it. But we're going to get it to a point where probably 60% of this lilies and cattails are removed. Make just a big island over there and get a lot more room for the fish to swim around and, well, to actually enjoy the pond. Up here in the streams, needs a lot of work. There's a lot of edges showing, a lot of grass in the waterfall area that needs to be cleaned out, especially this area is blocking the whole waterfall. It's not going down the waterfall, it's coming out the sides. This place was a giant pool when we got here. That all needs to be cleaned out. That all needs to be cleaned out. This thing's so dirty it wasn't even running. I'm not sure. The pump was on, but it wasn't flowing, so it's not a great sign. I think they tried to patch the liner by putting another piece of liner on the outside. It generally doesn't work. But you gotta clean this whole stream out. It does go down there somewhere. We'll find it. But dirty, dirty, dirty does not even begin to describe this thing. But we will get it taken care of eventually. It's gonna take a couple days. Maybe a dump trailer or two worth of sludge and muck and lilies, but there's a lot of them in here. And they're quite large and quite healthy. There's several goldfish in here, and I think I counted 8 koi. Yes, that's the cleanest water we could get out of this thing. Unfortunately, the koi aren't in super great health because of how just neglected this system is. They have several ulcers on them. So I dosed this up with some stress coat and Protect from Aquascape to help with that. But they're gonna need a little help. But a nice, clean, fresh pond without probably 4,000 pounds of muck out of here will help immensely with the system and getting the health back. So this is our project for the next couple days. Stick around for some more updates, whatever craziness we find down here, and see you soon. Do I have dirt on my face? I feel like I have dirt on my face. I feel like I have mud on my face. So this job is getting to be named the world's most extreme clean out. Let me show you why. So we are basically rebuilding this stream Obviously this is not what it's going to be look like when we rebuild it. We're having to pull all the rocks out just to get back behind all this grass. And this is pretty deep. This stuff is almost, I'd say probably 8 or 9 inches deep. This grass is so thick that it's grown up over the liner. And this liner back here is way too low. But the only reason it hasn't been like draining like a sieve is because there's 3 feet of grass growing up over this and into the stream bed. So we're getting this area cleaned out. There's more material and grass coming out of this one spot in the stream than probably the majority of our cleanouts this year. And we still got another end in the whole pond to do. And we haven't flushed this out at all. But this is all come out of this one stream. Those are the filter mats. That's the bags full of gravel that they used in the filter. So, yeah. I'd say they're shot. Yummy. Gotta get in there nice and deep like. We're getting the spuds moving now, baby. He's double fisting it today. Alright, I don't know if you've seen in the background, but this clean out is at Duck Pond Cellars in their front area. And fittingly, there's been a couple of ducks in and out of here today while we've been cleaning this. And we just got one of the waterfalls back there cleaned out. So I came over here to start cleaning this guy, and a duck came flying out of this tree and about ran me over. And I got to thinking, why would a duck hang out underneath a tree? I bet you I know why. Watch this. So he came bursting out of this little tiny hole, and he checked back in here. There's a tiny little duck nest. There's about a half dozen eggs or so back there. So that's cool. We'll make sure we don't disturb that one too much. And the cute little babies running around here soon. Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Duck. We've invaded your space. We'll be out of your way soon. You can go back to your nests. Mr. Sunshine.
It's hailing, it's 55 degrees outside.
His poor little ears are sunburned from yesterday. He's getting pelted with BBs.
It's like Mother Nature shooting an airsoft gun at me.
Some of us wore a jacket today.
I don't like all this abuse.
Alright, we are all packed up, ready to go out of here. Asher's all looking clean and fresh. And this is what we left with. So we got just about probably 3 yards of material out of this pond. Both those bins are all filled up with yuck. But unfortunately with this thing, kind of feel a little bit defeated, honestly. So as we were cleaning this out, the more we cleaned it, the more issues we found, the more problems we found. And so we're gonna have to come back to this. But this is what we're leaving it as for now. There's definitely a plan of action to finish this. So basically we got it cleaned from along this stretch here, and that cattail and red tail or red stem thalia was much thicker and much deeper than we all anticipated. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be 1.5 feet bad. You can kind of see the rock shelf here, and where that drops down, it drops down to another shelf. There's a lot of material still to be pulled out of here, and we were only here for 3 days, so we've ran our limit of time. We got this stream all fixed up. There's still little spots of where line are showing. It's just this thing's built on top of grade instead of in it, so you have to put rocks on both sides of the liner. Not ideal, but it is running and functioning now. We were able to rip apart this biofalls, get it resealed with some nice stainless hardware, and rebuild it. Didn't look too bad, given for what I had to build with. On the other side of that, unfortunately, this side proved to be unfixable. As we pulled it apart, the seal was blown out, obviously, but we pulled it apart, and whoever installed this first didn't leave enough liner for us to pull this up high enough to get it reattached, and so it would have just pulled itself back. This biofalls is obviously popped out of the ground a little bit, and in the process of taking this all apart, we found that most of this liner is shredded. There's quite a few holes here, a bunch of rips and tears, and then back over here there's another hole. That one looks like it's a critter, something chewed through it. Something's been chewing on that, so this needs a new liner. Down here farther, there's some big old cuts in it. There's some more holes in it. So, and that's just in the little bit of area that we tore apart. But we were able to make a path all the way back down to the pond. If you look in a previous video, this was completely grown all the way over. There wasn't even, you couldn't even see the stream through here. It was ridiculous how much stuff came out of here. But unfortunately, this is where we're going to leave it for now until we get another decision on whether this is going to be rebuilt or we're going to continue to try to fix it. There's another problem section down by the skimmers, so let's jump down there. So this is the other skimmer, the first one, the one that's running currently. We got into this one and we were able to clean this out a little bit here and realize that this liner is pulled about 2 inches lower than it should be. So this liner should be up here, but it's actually down there, close to where the water level is supposed to be set at. this side over here, it's actually already leaking now. And it's not where it's supposed to be, up here. So this guy, in order to fix that, there's no extra liner down underneath there. There's no cold or anything. So I'm gonna have to reset that whole biofilm, or whole skimmer, dig it all up, move it forward. And at that point, we might as well put a new one in that's actually updated and has a skimmer basket and actually works a little bit better. This skimmer is the one that runs the falls that's not currently running anymore. But this one, actually, the front seal is actually pretty decent. I don't see any root intrusion in it, but this one runs the wrong waterfall, so it would be nice if that one worked properly and this one leaked, but well, it's not a perfect world. So also, this one's about 3 inches deeper in the ground, actually closer to 5. So this one there is probably 6 inches or so to the top of the skimmer, the water level. And this one there's about 2 inches. So those need to be reset so they're actually the same size. Realistically, I wouldn't put 2 skimmers on opposite sides of the pond to begin with, because it's just not. There's so many things wrong with that. You get in cross flow where you're trying to pull stuff in opposite directions, all kinds of stuff. So, needless to say, we're either going to quote them on new product, new skimmers, new stream, and a machine to get in that stuff and get it out, or absolute complete rebuild. Because realistically, if you're putting this much time and effort, like every one of these components is being fixed, and this pond faces away from the building and away from the seating areas that you actually enjoy the wine tasting at. It is all faced to the highway, and I think those grapes just don't enjoy the view as much as the humans would. And you can't even see it from the road, so you can't even see it from driving by. So if we're gonna go that far, I would really like to take this thing and flip it and give these guys what they actually want, and a really enjoyable water garden, so they can actually enjoy it and have their customers enjoy it too. But to fight another day, we will be back. So we are headed out of here, and we will wait for a decision made before we come back and get this thing completely fixed. You guys have a good one. If you want to see where this project goes, follow us, like and subscribe to all the channels, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and we'll see you guys later.